Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something we've all been waiting for, the full release of Pax Dei 1.0. The game officially launched on October 16th, right on schedule, and founders got early access 2 days earlier on October 14th. The launch went smoothly, with no delays or major issues, which is already a good sign. During the founder release, the game peaked at just over 4,000 concurrent players on Steam, and the global launch pushed that number up to 4,841. I was expecting something in the 5 to 10,000 range, but since Pax Dei is also available on other platforms like PC Game Pass, the Steam stats don't tell the full story. Still, seeing between 4 and 5,000 concurrent players looks pretty encouraging. Mainframe also confirmed that version 1.0 marks the final wipe, a complete reset of all characters, plots, items, and skills. What worries me a little, though, is their phrasing, final, full wipe. It kind of leaves the door open for possible partial wipes in the future, and if that happens, the question is, what exactly would that look like? The game runs smoothly, looks great, and feels more polished overall, and with the release, we also got a bunch of meaningful gameplay updates. The biggest one is the new death system, which completely changes how death penalties work. Now, when you die, 20% of your stackable items, like raw materials, food, or potions, are destroyed. All equipment loses 10% of its maximum durability, and if you die in PvP in Lyonesse, up to 40% of your gear can be completely destroyed. Whenever that happens, you'll receive gear fragments as proof of the loss. In the Heartlands, corpse runs are now gone. You simply respawn, take the durability hit, and move on. That's a solid improvement, especially for new players. Lyonesse has also become more rewarding. Enemies now drop 50% more gold and give 50% more combat XP. It's a good move that should boost PvP activity and help the economy flow a bit better. The Grace economy was also rebalanced. Smaller donations now cost a bit more gold, while larger ones got slightly cheaper. There were big changes to resources and crafting as well. Home valleys now include all the basic materials needed for early game crafting, and some rare resources are easier to find. Meanwhile, high-tier materials were moved out to the wildlands and Lyonesse. Recipes were simplified too. Short stock was removed entirely, and everything now uses long stock instead, making crafting less confusing. One subtle but important tweak is the cooldown when changing weapons or armor. It used to be 10 seconds, now it's 20. That small change might have a noticeable impact on PvP balance, especially for players who rely on quick equipment swapping. Another big addition is the in-game shop. You can now buy your subscription directly in your local currency and manage renewals and plot auto extensions straight from within the game. It's modern, convenient, and eliminates the need for awkward web redirects. I know Mainframe said they weren't planning any major mechanical changes for launch, but even so, I was really hoping to see buy orders added to the market. That one feature would make a huge difference for solo players and those without land plots. A few days have now passed since release, and the highest peak on Steam in the last 24 hours hit 6,515 concurrent players. That's about half of what the game reached earlier this year, but honestly, it's still a solid result, especially now that we're talking about the full release, not early access. However, just 2 days after that peak, the player count started to decline again. So right now, we're watching closely to see where things go, whether the numbers will bounce back or continue to drop. We'll know more over the next week or two. To sum things up, the Pax Dei 1.0 launch was smooth and on time. The devs delivered what they promised, fixed tons of small issues, and introduced a handful of meaningful gameplay improvements. It's not a revolution, but the game feels more stable, more refined, and a bit more alive. That said, some key systems are still missing, especially tools that could strengthen the economy and make player interaction more organic. I'm still enjoying my time in Pax Dei, but as for whether it's already worth paying for a subscription, I'll hold off on that judgment until the next major update. Thank you for your time and for watching this video. If you like my content and want me to create more, please give it a thumbs up. A thumbs down is also fine if you don't like it. This way, I'll know whether it's worth making this kind of material. A thumbs up lets me know it's worth spending time on. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and write something in the comments as well. Comments help boost the reach because YouTube sees interest in my videos and suggests them to other people when there are many comments. That's why I'm asking for a comment to help this video get better viewership. If you have an idea for a topic you'd like me to cover in the next video, share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your suggestions. I'm looking forward to your opinions and ideas. See you in the next video.